Right, so same deal, here to do the divinely timed message, so we'll just see whatever comes out, except there is a bit of a theme because of the cards that fell on my path, and then there's just more of them full, very Pisces moon mystical. I feel like I want to see what that says. I hope you'll wait, oh interesting, I hope you'll wait for me, that was in reverse. How interesting, because look, the cards that are already here, wait a minute, the cards that are already here is like, look, so that, I'm going to check, I'm just going to assume, wait a minute, I better check the volume's working before I piece this together. Where the hell, why is it not coming up yet? It does take a minute to come up. I'm sure it'll be fine, but it's always good to, yeah. Let's check the volume. Can I hear me? I've got that volume up. Yeah, volume's fine. Right, so while I'm actually, before I forget, I'll just put the stuff in now. Right, there we go. Right, so that's the email if you want to book a session. That's a donation link if you want to be messaged today or when I'm live later. And we'll set a goal using this thingy. Can't bother putting any words there. I'll just put party and emoji. Where did it go? There. Ta-da-da. Yes, we will just celebrate getting a gift because we still don't know. I just basically, it's virtual. I think you buy the virtual gifts and then, you know what I mean? It's just a different way of donating, I guess. Right, so the cards that were already, now this one was just, it was hanging about on the floor and it just really, I think it was the other way around and I felt guided to turn it over and I was like, oh yeah, could totally feel that in the air. So woke up different, shifted energy, done tolerating silent strength. So, you know, if you're new around here, first of all, I'm a twin flame healer, shaman. Everything I do with the channeling is usually for twin flames, about twin flames. You know, you get the gist. But because of the nature of most true twin flames being in separation, not all, it really doesn't matter if you're twin flame. It doesn't necessarily always need to be about love. It could be about your calling, blah, blah, blah. It usually does always go into that stuff, right? So, but it's usually the divine masculines, male and female, I'm channeling for. Although obviously it's going to resonate with feminines too, male or female, you know. But because of that, as soon as I saw this, woke up different, shifted energy, done tolerating silent strength. It's just occurring to me now that could be a masculine male or female that is done in a karmic relationship. Because as you can see, she's putting on a face here that looks despondent, but in the mirror, really, really unhappy, whether you're a female or a male. And she's putting some kind of, now it's not a ring, but she's putting a necklace in a box. But then it's just occurred to me that could be taking your engagement or your wedding ring off and putting it in a box or a necklace, I guess. But my first hit was that's a feminine, like a divine feminine that's, you know, you've woke up different, your energy shifted, you're done tolerating, you're shifted, you know what I mean? You're kind of like, you know, after reflecting. It's basically what it feels like, is it feels like what I've been saying about the North Node shifting into Aquarius just last Sunday. It's like, it's shifting timelines. Everything to do with Aquarius is galactic shifting timelines kind of energy. And it's, you know, awakening, epiphanies, quick, fast, you know, bolts out of the blue. But so this could go either way. Is this that you're a divine feminine, female or male, that has, after reflecting, you've gained clarity and your energy shifted and you feel different about, you know, the twin flame situation? Or is this somebody after being away has gained the clarity and they've been reflecting just as you're waking up different, shifting it? Because again, as we know, with manifesting anything, and definitely when it comes to love, it's always, I mean, all the greatest films, it's always when somebody's moving on that the other person is clicking And it's just it's an energy thing, isn't it? And it's not just with love. It's like when you really, really want something and you're just being too desperate about it, it'll just keep eluding you. Whereas when you just turn your attention to other things, the butterfly analogy or metaphor, whatever, saying's always, I've always loved that. Right, right when you turn your attention to other things, the butterfly will come and land softly on your shoulder. Very Pisces moon right now, very romantical. So we'll just see what this is about. But like I said, these cards fell in my path, so I don't want to ignore them. And then that fell off the pile when I started. And it's a man running after a woman. So again, it's like if you ask, I'll stay. So it's kind of given the energy of, yeah, all right. So again, I only quickly looked at that. So that is definitely like, look, I feel a feminine's energy shifted. The masculine's gaining clarity. And it's like, so maybe this is somebody that, once if you say the word, they'll come running, which is not a very nice way to say it, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like this person's waiting for you to give them a sign or to say something. That I don't like that song, but say something, I'm giving up on you, sort of coming to me now. Hello, Jazzy. Hello, James. And then because that fell in my path too, I'm not even needing to shuffle today. It was very mystical. I hope you wait for me. This person's like feeling, I think you have been waiting on me and I don't think you are now. And again, that wouldn't be wrong because of what's there. Now, just to be fair, because you look, love is the answer, because you didn't see me shuffle them and I'd rather people did, I'll put these back and then we'll see if it comes out again. Actually, that would maybe make a better thumbnail with that. Oh, I don't know. I've already put the other ones in, but I'm just, wait a minute, I will just take a bit before I put them back because that does look quite... Right, okay, so let's get into this. I'm going to light the sage. So I don't really know whether to use the tarot spreads, to be honest, because these cards have fell, the questions might not fit, but you never know. Right, here, have some sage if you're in need of it. Smudge myself. Go smudge yourself in the most loving way. Do you need to tell someone to go smudge themselves? Right. Okay. So the moon up until very recently was the moon in Aquarius, the very kind of crazy last degree of it was conjunct the North Node in Aquarius, which just shifted on Sunday there, which I've just been talking about. So yeah, that was a bit crazy, kind of, if you felt a bit, I don't know, all over the place, a bit kind of erratic, or don't know, you could have been having some pretty powerful downloads and stuff. You might have been sleeping for all I know. I don't know. I think I slept through it, to be honest. I've just back a wee walk. But now the moon has shifted into 0 degrees Pisces. So, if you're around here all the time, you'll know I'm not a fan of the Pisces. Again, Pisces moon, the good side is mystical, magical, very psychic, very, emotional kind of feelings, and anything goes really. It's kind of magical energy. It is a magical moon, but the shadow of it is confusion, illusion, like too many emotions, especially if you've got it somewhere in a water house like I have. It can just, you can feel like you're just drowning in the feels. And because we've literally just had the full moon, it's like I was saying yesterday, it's not a Pisces full moon, but I think this is a bit of a precursor for what you are going to get, a Pisces full moon eclipse at the end of August. So, kind of tune into how you're feeling now, and it's going to be like extra doubly intense when we get to the end of August. But yeah, it's just, very emotional energy, and there's nothing wrong with being emotional and very sensitive, but it's just good to note for yourself and for other people. People could be on a bit of tender hooks. And like I always say about a Pisces moon, especially when it lands on a weekend, I've already said this to somebody in my personal life, like just be really careful if you are having a wee drink or anything stronger, because Pisces is escapism and addictions, and like Leo sun right now is go big or go home, overdoing it. The Jupiter in Leo too, absolutely overdoing it, taking it to extremes. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a genius to work out. This could unfortunately be like major overdose energy, or just maybe not. That end of the severity is a real you know, is a thing for people. So we'll pray for anyone with addictions and things like that. But just you know, going out and having far too much drink, making an arse of yourself could really be quite a possibility too. Especially, so you know, just a wee heads up to my people out there. And you know, it's usually the case that I'm like telling stories from way back in the past, years ago. But I actually done that a couple of weeks ago. So you know, and again, it wasn't nowhere near as extreme as some of the times I've had in my past. But I don't. It was just a reminder that I don't want to revisit times like that. And but again, it's a different story now. It's because I mostly don't drink. When I do, I can't handle it. But sometimes I can see it's unpredictable because I had just a wee bit to drink there Sunday just passed, and it's you know, it could have went tits up with the North Road changing and all the big things that were going on, but that was absolutely fine. And I've got on a train the next day and had a nice wee breakfast and everything. So you know what I mean? It's just you've got to know yourself. You know, you've got to know yourself well. And like I said, even when you don't know yourself, you do know yourself well. It can go all types of wrong. So I think with me going on about that for that much, please definitely people take note of that, because I feel like I'm stressing it for a reason that people need to hear it. Because like here's something, so won't go too deep in it, but you know I always say like I spoke about it on the shorts, like my youngest niece is an Aquarius moon and she's very like sensitive, but she's also very unpredictable too. And unfortunately she was like really not well with that full moon. And I was saying to my mum, you see, that makes perfect sense because it was her full moon. Unless you're the sign where you get the two full moons, you know, we only have one full moon a year. And because it was conjunct Pluto, that's about purging. So it makes sense that she was like really out, you know, she was like projectile vomiting that. So I mean, it sounded delightful, but I mean, she's fine now, but it's not the full moon now. Do you know what I mean? Like that was right on the intensity of the full moon. So that's why astrology always fascinates me, because I could like whenever one of you get, I'm thinking now of one of our soul family members that's I'm just very in tune with a lot of your children as well as you, and you know, because some of you have watched me for years and they've went from babies to being, you know, wee people, and it's like well, they've always been a wee person, but you know what I'm saying. And yeah, like whenever I look at any of their charts, I'll put that in the comments after this finishes. I can tell exactly why, like a child as well as an adult, is either literally physically not well or emotionally out of sorts or that. So it's very, or mentally, any of the ways, you know, it's really, that's why it's good to look at your child's chart as well, or get somebody like myself to do that, because my main background actually is in children, which is why I help people with the inner child as well, just in case if anyone's new and you're wondering. Okay, so anyway, let's get into this. So I will shuffle this tarot spread. Like I said, I'm not in a hungry. I'm not in a, not in a hung. I am hungry actually. Oh no, I'm not. I would have been hungry, but I just had a roll. I don't know how I just forgot that I just ate, but that must mean I'm going to be hungry again after this. But it's because I was going to come home and eat, and then I just ended up getting a wee roll and a coffee there. So let's get that card too. Yeah, I was possibly going to be getting a surprise visit from my cousin, but that I'm glad that isn't happening this weekend for everything that I've just said, because we'd more than likely go out, and I just don't like to go out in this energy. It's definitely, it's better to just kind of stay cozy and chill and have a bit of downtime if you can. But if you're not in a position to do that, like I said, just take extra care. Right, okay, so let's see what's coming out here. So what I'm saying is I am in a very sloth mode energy, and the only thing I've got to do today is this. And then I'm going to get some housework done, and then I will join you on a live stream. I'll probably start all the live streams about 7 o'clock UK time. Just by the nature of it, I do get a bit more sleepy, and it's just Friday night. I don't want to sit there till like really, really late. But I'll probably, if I go live at 7, probably for about an hour and talk about astrology, and then I'll aim to go live for the Pisces 12th house at 8. This is just rough estimates. So I'll probably be on till at least 10, if not 11 at night UK time, but we'll just go with the flow. Right, okay, so, and don't just tune in if you're a Pisces, because we've all got a 12th house. That's actually my favourite house. The house of secrets, mystical, magical. It's the same energy as what I've just said about the Pisces. It's funny because the Pisces moon is not my favourite placement, but the 12th house is my favourite topic. So it kind of is, and it's weird. Anyway, I said Pisces doesn't make sense, and I'm kind of all over the place with describing that. Oh, here's shadow. Yes, that's my favourite topic. Light and shadow, we all have it in us. So what does this say? Career. Oh, you see, that's going to have nothing to do with this, but we'll do this to be fair about it. What I want out of my career, what's blocking me, a negative career experience from my past, a positive career experience from my past, how can I combine these experiences for my advantage? We'll do this, obviously, love thing just now, but what is sticking out to me is somebody could have been reflecting on, like, you know, their priorities, and because this is coming out about career, I wonder if it's like somebody was, like, you know, more bothered about their career and, you know, getting somewhere in the world and making a lot of money and feeling a success and stuff before, like, entering into a serious partnership, or even, like, at times it can be like the serious partnership with the person you want, like, as in people can get in relationships with other people, but it's not like their forever person, and, like, whether they, you know, kind of secretly think it themselves or know it at the time, you know. But so we'll just see. It might have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with it, or everything to do with it. But let's just finish what we started here. So there could be some unfinished business if we're saying it like that. Before we go into that career one, because like I said, I'm not really in a hurry. I don't want to sit here like for hours and hours because I'm going to be on later. But let's get a scripture. The Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. Proverbs 2:6. That one came out yesterday, I think, or recently. So 2nd of June or 6th of February. God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. Hebrews 13. But yeah, it definitely did, because it's that date again, 13th of May. Okay. Now, let's see then, because we're going to stick with somebody has woke up. In fact, I want to do it on that because for some reason this is always the feminine side and this is the masculine. Although, bear in mind, just to confuse matters here, again, do you know what? See if people can't keep up with this. I can't help that. It's what I'm saying about the North Node is still, the moon's still conjunct the North Node. It's coming out about very fast and very all over the joint, more so than usual, right? Because that is on that side. This could be a masculine that's woke up different. I kind of want to read. Because I'm not in a hurry, this might get a bit confusing for me, and I'll try and kind of break it down. But let's first of all read it that a masculine's woke up different. Whether they've woke up different in a karmic relationship or just in their life in general, and their energy shifted. Like, as in, this is somebody that's had a huge activation download that's changed their life on this full moon, because that is what that full moon, especially with the, like I said, with it just having passed the North Node as well, huge epiphanies. That's so crazy, actually. That definitely is. That's what that card, that could be, that card could make a lot of sense to a lot of people, for not just Twinflame, anyone, to do with anything in life. You could have totally woke up different. It's like when people talk about walk-ins. Don't really get into this topic because it's a bit complex. I know lots of you know exactly what that means, but you know, when you literally feel like you've woke up a different person, like you literally could have had like a walk-in soul, like, you know what I mean? You're, who you were has just wandered off and someone else has like jumped in your. I'm not talking about possession, although that's quite creepy too. If you've seen that, that film was a load of shit, but that Disclosure film has a scene in that where, you know, the guy's trying to possess the woman. I mean, I didn't. I just found that film quite stupid, to be honest. But it's like that is, you know, that can happen. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, it's like something's activated your galactic self. You know, like you've been sleeping in the Matrix and you've woke up. You're like, oh my god, I'm plugged into the left phalange. I've just woke up and I really know who I am. So anyway, what is the masculine all the masculines that feel like that? Oh, I daydream about you, and it could all feel very like, fucking hell. Is this my real life, or is this a dream, or is this a nightmare? I've never felt love like this before. Like, you're very intimidating, although that might be, this person might be getting over it because it was reverse. I can't face you right now. What the fuck is going on? Like, I feel like everything's fucking all over the place. But good news is I'm still healing wounds from a past relationship. It was in reverse. I'm over that. I've never expected to feel this way, but well, this person's really, look, I can't face you right now. I'm not as intimidated. I've never felt this in love before, or a love like this. I'm over the past, whatever that was. Let's hope this wasn't recent then, because that is that's not very nice if that's, but anyway, but I'll put that aside. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, even if I've just left it recently, I'm over it. I've never expected to feel this way about you, and my fears keep stopping me. So, you know, it's like the intimidation is less, but there's still a bit of fear there. And because I feel so much regret for everything I've said and done. I see myself having kids with you. I've cried over you. What if you don't accept me for who I really am? And will you ever forgive me? I don't want to lose you. I feel a song coming on. I'm so afraid of rejection, although it was kind of like that. So it's like this is lessening. You mean the world to me. I need you back in my life. I see signs of you everywhere I go, and I want to come back home to you where I belong. I want to be with you. I know I hurt you. I never intended to. You're so beautiful. I'm taking responsibility for my mistakes. Is that enough? The silence is killing me. I know we're twin flames. Oh, it just got intense. And I'm sorry for lying to you. The truth is, I fear that if you get too close, you will hurt me. And I know you don't trust me. I'm channeling a masculine if you haven't worked that out. I don't want this to be over with us. I'm struggling with money. You see, that could fit the career thing. I miss kissing you. But it is closer to it being the right time, because that's in reverse. Now is not the right time in reverse. Right, that was half the deck, but there's still some left. I just felt like I needed to keep going with that. I feel like I want one of these intense cards, right? So I can't put that back because that one's keeping me on track with a theme. What is it what else is going on with this masculine? Because I'm about to take these cards away and do it as if that was a feminine. What does this say? What you're searching for may not be what you truly want. Makes perfect sense. I don't know if I've ever seen that card. So whatever this person was searching for in other people, or in life in general, whether if it is something to do with like chasing the career more than a love life in general, it's not what this person wants anymore. But also with it being reversed, this person knows what they want, and they want you, because they've just told us with all those cards. And then look, the guidance is don't let fear be your driver. Like that is the person driving to where they want to go, and this is their own demons trying to stop them. Like, don't go there, the ego. Do you ever think about me late at night like I do? This full moon's been driving me crazy. It's activated me. I'm just afraid you see me as toxic now. Realize, real lies, seeing clearly, illusion, cracked awareness. Like this person's, sorry to laugh, but it's the pictures, like this person's like, this masculine's thinking you're like that. That you think, oh yeah, you think they're a liar too, because it just said, I'm sorry, and they did. I'm sorry for lying to you. Like they're thinking you look at them like that. But really, you're like, I pretend I don't care when I see you in my dreams. Oh, look, both people are, look, I daydream about you, and this is saying I see you in my dreams. Our connection is intense and it scares me. You were my home, now you're just a place I can't return to. And that's the moment when the person gets over the fear. Silence is its own kind of confession. I just always think that card looks really intense. I've said that before. For some reason, it reminds me of me and mine. Although I don't believe we have ever. Oh no, we have sat over a table like that. So. At a drunken pizza place. I've said that before. It really makes me laugh. That he was like, "Do you want a bit?" And I was like, "Oh no!" You know, when you're like, I was fucking starving. I just sat and watched him fucking eat the whole pizza. He did ask me if I wanted a bit or if I wanted a pizza, and I was like, "No," you know. Yes, that was early on. You know, we had known it. We had known each other well. I don't know why. I don't know. The more I try to hide my feelings, the more obvious they become. Okay, so that's what's going on with the masculine. The masculine can't hide their feelings, although it looks like it's saying the, you know, that's the way I'm reading this because I put in the masculine pile. Right. So let's now read this as if that's the energy the feminine's in, right? Which, like I said, is a wee bit. I can handle confusing because, like I said, Pisces moon is confusion and confusing, which I always say that whenever I try to say it's, you know, confusing, it's confusing in itself. Get used to me talking in riddles today. But I kind of like this when it makes it a little bit of a conundrum. So, right, now we're reading it as if it's the feminine that woke up different with a clarity about your life in general and this connection. So what do you need to, I'll get my cards actually. Is that two of them sitting there? Look at this. No, different colour. Right. The happiest times of my life were my memories with you. Okay, so I don't think that's something a feminine would have clarity on, because that's usually the problem for the feminine, male or female. But maybe it could be the acceptance that you're all, that is always going to be the case. But if you've not heard from this person a while, or you're aware that they're committed elsewhere, or whether you know that or you sense that or something, it could be something like that. We trigger each other, and that will ease up when we communicate effectively. So is it that it's something like, my memories with you are the happiest memories I've got. I want to create more memories like that with who we are now. I've accepted and I'm aware that we're different, but I don't see that as a bad thing. I see it as exciting and interesting, and it'd be boring if I was with someone that was exactly the same. We just need to learn, we just need to learn each other properly. Every Christmas, I want nothing more than to be with you. I long for that time. This is not really given the I'm just going with it though. We talk so much telepathically, it will feel so natural when you're really here. Separation's so hard, but it's making us stronger for union. We're invincible and unstoppable together. I get lost in your sexy eyes. That's funny, because one of the cards in that other thing was about eyes. I've always got your back and I'm proud of you. My door is always open. Right, okay, so you see, this is why I can feel you always thinking about me. This is why, what am I trying to say? Basically, that's interesting, because my first initial feeling was someone's woke up different and they're like, I'm done tolerating. That's what it says. I'm done doing this. But all these cards are kind of saying, I've woke up different. So maybe the acceptance is I can't move on. So maybe you were like trying to like tell yourself you could move on and you had a deadline or something, but like, this is not given that. This is given, I'm proud of you. I can feel you changing. Right, okay. Let's see. Maybe these cards will give a bit more clarity. But you've shifted timelines with something. How did we go from everything to nothing? You see what I mean? It is still given the feminines, like, fed up, but it's not the kind of fed up where you're moving on to someone else or even going out there and do it. It's like, it's more just like, how did this happen? Oh, are you still there? I'm not coming tonight. Only when convenient. Used for attention, emotional utility, no depth. Feminine doesn't want shallow connections with their own twin flame or anyone. If you're questioning it, you already know the answer, right? So you know how what I was saying about whether you know what, like, this is interesting to me, because for some reason this card screams divorce to me, because I just think it's like divorce papers or something. But I mean, it could be a letter about anything. Like, I feel the feminine's like, you could be reflecting about something and questioning, and your mind's going all over the place, but you keep coming back to the acceptance that you feel the way you feel, and you'll find out one day you've come farther than you think. I could read people at the end for donations, but I'm just doing this collective message right now. And welcome, Amara. You were my home, and now you're just a place I can't return to. That's interesting. Both people have got the same card. So it could be like this is a message for like people in particular that maybe you live together or something. Like, literally, it doesn't need to be literally, but that could be that. Or just whenever you've been at each other's house or someone's house or something, you just feel really at home, like the person feels at home. And that is so clever, because I did think this would come into it, either this, definitely the ones I do later. When I was at my sister's like about a month ago, like when I was still sort of really healing from the car crash, it was like I watched these two films that was They were total chick flicks. And it actually, I think it probably was a Pisces moon because it was very, yeah, very the feels. But oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Amar. Well, hopefully you get some healing from this because it doesn't matter what I'm talking about. I'm always putting the healing out. It's like, yeah, anyway, it was the names of the films are totally shit, but it was Voicemails for Isabel was the one I watched, and um, Vacation with Friends. Again, both terrible names for films, but they're really good. They're really good chick flicks, and just like I said, they're a bit of a mix of, I would say, like Dear John, and it just reminds the Vacation with Friends reminds me of Dear John because there's a scene in the rain. It is pretty hot, mind you, but I think they're trying to recreate the scene in the rain. But really, in that, it's like the films I always channel about. It's the woman is depictive of the masculine who's like running away because she's got a job about traveling and she keeps wanting to, you know, just have this constant string of excitement, and she it's clear they're both in love with each other, but they make a deal that they'll go on holiday. That's what it is. It's a mixture of one day as well, because that's what they do. Like they stay like best friends and they go on holiday with each other for a week every year, regardless of whether they've got like partners or that. Again, questionable. I don't know if many people would allow that to happen. And they would be right to worry in this film. But yeah, the point is it's like, the spoiler alert if you don't want to hear this bit. The film sort of ends is like she doesn't want to run anymore. You know what I mean? Which is quite funny because the guy is literally a runner and he's running, and then the girl catches up with him, and she says something like that, like it doesn't matter where I am, like you feel like home, and even if we're on vacation, it feels like we're home when we're with each other. And he's like, I don't care where I am, I just want to be with you. So it's all that kind of, very romantic energy, the Pisces moon. So it's just interesting that that's what they say at the end of that film. Hello, welcome, Heather. Have you created another screen name, or are you a completely different Heather Martin? Because I'm like, that's Heather's name, but that's not Heather. That's hilarious. But good morning if you're a different Heather Martin. That is very weird if you're a different one. Um, so, but yeah, you feel like home to each other, I think is basically what's coming out there. And you've moved on, haven't you? So there you go. You see, now this is interesting, isn't it? Because is that the masculine feeling the feminine waking up different? Or is that the feminine, like, you've moved on? Like, yeah, I thought it was you. Do you want me to? Will I make you a moderator on this name as well? Or life isn't a test, there are no right answers. Toxic ties, you see. Addiction, karma, emotional chain. Yeah, quite intense. Like that's the other one there's only that's only two cards that I'm like, I don't know. It's just that actually really does. It doesn't look like me, but it does look like I'm not so funny. Those seemingly coincidental events are actually prearranged. That card as banter. But anyway, that's quite distracting. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of yeah. You see, that's part of it. You're a distraction to this person because they do think about you. Okay, hang on. There, thank you. Right, so yeah, because it's like that. I think the feminine's like, you've moved on, haven't you? So that's why I'm feeling like my energy needs to shift because you know what I mean. You've moved on. Like I don't know about you. I don't want to go too deep into this, but see, when you are a real twin flame, you do know. Like you don't need to see. You don't need to be on social media together and see. You just know. Like in the past, like way in the past, I remember just sensing it and feeling like my one's attention was elsewhere. And next thing you know, I was spot on. Like, and it was, you know what I mean? So, but, and only my best friends around me know that. It's like, how the fuck did you know that? Because I just knew. You know what I mean? I was like, his attention isn't as on me as, what I felt before. So it's kind of that kind of feeling of like the feminine's like, I feel like you've moved on and you've moved on in a serious way. So it's like, I need to move on too. And but the mask is toxic ties. Look, so the masculine could be caught up in a codependent addiction. There's that word again from yesterday, the day before yesterday, karma, emotional chain. So, but life is saying there's still going to be some kind of prearranged event that aren't a coincidence and it's fated, because I have put that in the title. I don't always put the title until after, but I did put whatever destined. What did I put? What does it say in the title? Because I can't see. I put something like that because that's the energy. Yeah, I can't see what it says. Okay. Can't really pinpoint what's going on with the feminine energy there, but that's about as much as we. Maybe this card will give us more. This is the thing. I'm not going to care because it'll make sense to you if it's resonating, kind of thing. We're just feeling into it, right? Okay, so. Oh, and also that's so annoying when they do that. I'm singing a song in my head over and over again, and I've been singing it all morning, and it's from that film, The Idea of You, which is also an extremely romantical Pisces moon sort of film. I love that, and I like the song, but that's not the song I was hearing. Now I am, but it's from that, and I'm just trying to. I can hear it in my head. I'm just trying to think of the words. It's something like I really can't sing this, but just so that I get the point for it, it's like. And if you're done for good, then I guess I'm okay with that. Wait a minute, I think I need to look up the lyrics or something to. It's something about leaving the light on, and she says something like, and if you're done for good, then I'm okay with that. I'll leave the light. I think the sort of idea is, if you're done for good, then I guess I'm okay with it. Like I'm as over as I'm going to be, but I'll leave the light on. You know what I mean? There's loads of songs about that. What is it called? Wait a minute. See what I mean? There's about a million. So here, Maggie Rogers, leave the light on. I just wanted to read the lyrics. So, would you believe me that? Would you believe me now if I told you I got caught up in a wave, almost gave it away? Would you hear me out if I told you I was terrified for days, thought I was going to break, well, I couldn't stop it, tried to slow it all down, crying in the bathroom, had to figure it out? Yeah, so I think this is the feminine energy, the collective energy saying, like, that's what I've been going through. But now I'm as over it as I'm going to be. Like, you must be so happy now. That makes sense. You know what I mean? Or if you keep reaching out, then I'll keep coming back. But if you're gone for good, then I'm okay with that. But if you leave the light on, then I don't know if I'm too happy with this. It's like you're fucking letting somebody take a piss. But anyway, that's the bit I kept hearing. Oh, if you keep reaching out, then I'll keep coming back. But if you're gone for good, then I'm. That's the line I think sticking out to me. If you're gone for good, I'm okay with that. So it's kind of like, you want this person, you feel the connection, but if you're gone for good, I'm going to accept that, and because I have to. But I'll leave the light on. Do you believe me now that I always had the best intentions, babe? Always wanted to stay. Can you feel me now that I'm vulnerable in so many ways? Oh, I'll never change. I couldn't stop it, trying to figure it out, but everything kept moving and the noise got too loud. With everything around me saying, "Oh, you should be so happy now." If you keep reaching, but see now, I think that's both, because now it's like now it feels like that's the masculine's like, I should be happy and I'm not. I want to get you drunk. It's in reverse though. So somebody's like battling their shadow because their shadows want to do bad things to you. There is a card in this that said, "I want to do bad things to you." That's why I said it. Have I lost everything? So this is interesting because that's the Nine of Swords, I think, in this deck. Who knows? It can be a bit hard to work it out, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to channel whatever the card always makes sense. So because they're just speaking through me. What is kind of good? First of all, 15th of September could end up being a significant date for something, maybe a birthday or something happens then or something. But this person's battling their shadow, the wee devil on their shoulder that's telling them to reach out to you. But at the same time, this is the vibe I got from the start. Someone is like, Pisces moon is 12th house, is deepest fears, like have I lost everything? So like this person feels like you mean a lot to them. Or even stronger, like you mean everything to them, and this person feels like they've lost you, but they still don't have all the answers. Like they don't know. And again, this is the kind of energy I'm getting from this. It's like quite It's quite confusing when I'm channeling it, but at the same time I do get it. I think somebody's in another situation, or at some point they have been. I do think this is somebody that's waking up in another connection unhappy, knowing exactly what they want with a twin flame. Like, have I lost everything by choosing this other path and battling against my desire for you? I still don't have all the answers of what I'm meant to do. Remember, this could be someone's past. I left because you told me to. So, and this could make sense to someone where maybe you told them to do one or something. Maybe you told them fuck off. I don't know. Or maybe this person's just put two and two together and got the wrong answer. But please give me time. I've never felt this way before. This person keeps saying that. Be more selfish. Now, again, did this person, decide, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want. Like, I'll come back and pick this up later. But now they're like, oh shit, I want to be your hero, baby, because I feel the same way. You're my two of cups. I can't get over you. You're a past life love. But shit, I made you feel like you don't matter. I made you feel like you weren't special. But now I'm like, shit, let me have you. But I gave you mixed messages because I was like, I just want space. Maybe, no, there's no maybes. I do want you. But yes, there is someone else. This is hilarious. I just said that, and do you know what I mean? This person's all over the fucking joint. But I am coming, trust. So is this somebody that's like, oh, I'm not even going to try and work this out. This is a bit confusing. Someone is coming, but that could be after they get out of something else. I worry about us a lot. Time to ground yourself, yeah, definitely, because if this is shit that's coming towards you, it's a bit intense. I want a fresh start with you. But I've just been dreaming and wishing for everything. Words do hurt. So either this person said something that hurt you, or you said something that hurt them, or maybe you both said that. Maybe that was what, look, I think we should see other people. Now, again, you don't need to have said, like, look, I just wish things were different, wrongful advice. Yeah, again, look, oh my God, so draining. But it's that same thing that's been coming out the last few days, actually, but it comes out all the time. I think this is maybe someone that's been really easily influenced by like friends and family, or like, I don't know, a part of them that's telling themselves that it won't work somehow. But 7th month is right now. This is the literal last day of July. Right now, this person's like, I took wrong advice. I either listened to the wrong part of me or I listened to the wrong person. And how would they know how I feel about you? I don't want to lose you, and you're right because you knew that. But I can't even look at you now because I made the wrong choice. The 5th of July or the 7th of May could be a significant date. All I think about is that. Yes. This is quite funny, isn't it? Will you choose me after all this? I know now. I know what I want. Do you think about me too? And when you do, what do you think? Do you even care? Oh my God, how crazy is that with the channeling? I just want you all the time. Yeah, this person's going nuts. And then look, 7th of August is significant now. That's a week today, isn't it? Right, with the Lionsgate portal. So this is what I mean. These are the kind of activations that can go on at this time of year. The full moon in Aquarius, huge activation. The next new moon is an eclipse in Leo, always going to be dramatic. The next full moon eclipse is a full moon in Pisces, which can surface your subconscious desires and fears. And I would say, right now and leading up to the Lionsgate portal, someone's like, I wish things were different and I just want you all the time. And I daydream and fantasize about intimate times together. I just want you all the time. Look, there's the 6th of August as well. 6th and 7th of August coming through strong there. Okay. And I don't want to think before I act. This person could just take some sudden sort of action. I'm in so much pain, but I'm in less than what I was. I just needed a bit of time to heal. I'm not afraid to talk anymore. It's in reverse. This is intense. We need the Hopman deck. I don't know if the career reading will be getting done because I've got into this. Right. And I keep hearing that song going over in my head. Trying to figure it out. Right, what else you want to say? In fact, no, let's put it this way. What are you going to do? because who cares what somebody thinks about all the time and fantasizes about? What are they actually going to do? All the people that are in this energy. And especially if it's talking about quite soon. You're worth more than a light on. Yes, we have seen that, sir. I want a future with you. Oh, yes, we've seen that too. They will never compare to you. Oh, and we have seen that as well. Oh, dear, sorry. Sorry, guys. Leo season does bring out the dramatic ones. I've been working on myself and I'm not the same as before. I was selfish and stuck in ego, and that's why I chose the other person, or I chose a single life when I should have fought for you. And because of that, I'm on my way to you. We're loving the drama. Let me message you though. Don't chase me. Even if my ego wants you to chase me, don't do that. You're always on my mind. I wish you were here with me. I'm surprised. It's shaking shit up. Don't be mad at me. I'm trying so hard to change. I can't let you go because I'm in love with you. Oh my God, I'm on my way to you. I'm in love with you. Hello, thumbnail. I'm on my way to you. I'm in love with you. I can't let you go. This is so hilarious. I knew that's why I watched that hat trick of film. Oh, Heather, guess what else I watched yesterday? No points for you guessing, because if you don't guess, you're not being very observant. What do you think I watched yesterday? I am really entertained by that. Good. I'm glad, Corin. It's entertaining me too. It gets quite boring sometimes because it's the same stories, but is it entertaining because you resonate, or is it just entertaining because it's entertaining? Just out of curiosity. Do you know what? I want to keep going though, because although I love that deck, I wanted one with a hot man on it, which is why I call it. Look, oh, that grabbed my attention a minute ago. I'm grateful. I can do anything with the power of your love. You give me the strength and confidence to be me. And we're like, okay, hard man. Both. I thought so. I thought so. Welcome. Yes, it was reminders of him. And you see how it fits. Although that film's got absolutely fuck all to do with what I thought it was going to be, because it's kind of random, Heather, isn't it? I did like it, but it's quite a random storyline. Like reminders of him. Like the feminine's like, look, if you're gone for good, then I guess I'm okay with that. That's not the words. I just read the words out. You know what I mean? I'll leave the light. It's that kind of vibe of, I want to be over you, but I can't be over you. I haven't even tried because I know I couldn't. I'm stuck in limbo land and it fucking sucks. But again, I'm accepting it. And the masculine's like going through a bit of fucking something here that seems a bit shit. You know what I mean? But they're sure how they feel. It feels like they're having to change up a lot of shit here. Or if they don't change it up, they're going to be kind of miserable because they're stuck in a toxic tie. This is what this story is saying for whoever resonates. But your love is, they're grateful for your love and strength because it's given them the power and the confidence to not only come towards you, but to do what they need to do to finish something else. And again, this could have been what somebody had to do in the past before they come to you. I mean, like I said, I hope it's not that it's like, this is what I need to do today, and tomorrow I'm coming to you. But trust me, with this astrology, literally could be that. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, that reminders of him, right? Yeah, it's just making me laugh. The title of the film, like you're just reminded of this person everywhere you go, and they're reminded of you everywhere they go. It's a bit right. This is a funny example, but I do say it all the time. But I have to stress this for basically. I don't even need to explain this if you are a real twin flame. For the past week, right? But this has really happened for the past fucking 20 odd years. But like, when the guy checked my train ticket, right, it was exactly my twin flames numbers. Like, I'm not shitting you. Beep beep, and it was his numbers. And I was like, weird. Then it was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It was just when things were happening, like to grab my attention. Every time the time was like, his numbers like swapped about different ways, and it was just like it was too much. Like it was about 10 times in one day, and that does happen to me all the time. But it was like even more stronger. And I feel what they were trying to tell me is like that's what will be happening to them as well. Because I mean, I'm used to that shit, but I was like, right, this is like, you know what I mean? It's just like I literally just laugh and get on with my day. But I just thought of all the bloody, think about how many minutes there are in a day and an hour and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what are the chances of that the ticket man checks my thing right at his numbers? But yeah, anyway, that what I got from that film, I'm just going to look at my notes because I did get a theme from it. I'm going to come back more here. Good, yes, welcome. Are you on the twin flame journey? I would if you're on the twin flame journey. It will. Oh look, that must be confusing that you can see the phone I'm looking at on the phone. I love your voices with it too. Oh, good. I'm glad. My advice: this guy needs to go as soon as possible. Yeah, that exactly. We don't, it's we all use our what do you call it? Our common sense and our own decisions. But I agree. Whoever this is, I think they just need to bite the bullet and do something about it. Because actually, to be real, you know, these are true stories, right? They are all true, but you've got to use your common sense because it's not everyone's. Otherwise, everyone would be delulu because something would have happened by now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, but it is some people's. Again, you see how confusing the message is today. You've just got to use your discernment. This might be yours, but it might not happen for a while, or it might happen really fucking soon, and you're like, shit, that was mine. But all I'm getting from this is someone wants to do something, and if you think about yesterday's, the day before yesterday, it's like a bit of a continuation. Like someone's like they're in their head. They've already left. Like they're on their way to you. That's the way I'm taking that card. So it's only a matter of time before they're literally on their way to you. And if this person is in a relationship with someone else, I feel sorry for them. Like being real, like that's not a good place to be. But I'm wondering if this links to the one I done the other night, where someone's obsessively holding on to someone. You know what I mean? Like we could check with the other deck that would make this even more dramatic. Yes, I am. It's all talk and no action. Yes. And sometimes let's face it, sometimes it's not even all talk. For a lot of twin flames, you haven't spoke to them for years, so it's not even all talk. It's all energetic telepathy, which you can't live your life on that. I love you. Yep, look. I love you. I will always come back. I'm on my way to you. Side note, if you had a birthday that they missed, I'm sorry I missed your birthday. I was afraid to reach out in case you expect too much too soon. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Yeah, they couldn't do that because if they were with somebody else, they can't be like, oh, happy birthday. Do you know what I mean? Here's a fucking moon peg or here's a bunch of flowers. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real. I underestimated. Sorry, I can't stop laughing now. I can't stop laughing now. I underestimated how important you are in my life. It's like, oh shit moment. Oh shit, I love you. You know what I mean? And guys, are you ready? Are you ready for it? I don't even like Taylor Swift. That's her, isn't it? It just came in my head. It's that hot man deck. I love you. I'm coming to your door to tell you. I want to tell you how I feel. I wonder what you would do if I turned up at your door. Expect me. Hang on a minute. I am on my way to you. I love you. And I'm turning up at your door. How are we meant to believe this man when he already said, I'm sorry I lied to you? Do you know what I mean? If this actually happens to one of you out there, you need to let us know. Because this is a bit exciting right now. We can just live vicariously through the story. Right. I think that's enough of that exciting deck, although I think we can all agree that was a bit addictive. Right, so I don't know if I want to go into the career tarot card that I pulled before. This is a bit, but this could just go on. I think I could nail it with what I said. This could just go on forever. What if this is telepathically, this guy just fucking keeps saying, oh, trust me, I'm coming. Because actually, I'm not being funny, but in the shorts, I have pulled that card several times. I am coming, trust. So the only way you're going to find out if this is literal. But, I'm just being reminded though, I did say, what is this person actually going to do? I did state that, didn't I? And I don't always remember to say that. Best card drama ever. Good, I'm glad. I think you'll like it around here. If you like this, if this is the first one you've ever found, I'll be on camera in a couple of hours. So what time's it now? It's 20 to 3. If I go any longer, it'll be sooner. But nah, I was going to go live about 7, and then I'll probably do the about 8 UK time, the basically the ones like this. It might be a continuation of this, which isn't my intention, but I mean, it might be. Right, let's see. So this has got the card in it where the wee guy's kissing her on the head. What will we ask? What does people, what I don't usually say that. Is there anything, with what is unfolding here, what do you want me to ask? Because I basically said, what is this guy actually going to do? And whoever this is saying, I'm on my way to you, I love you, and I want to tell you how I feel, and I'm going to turn up at your door. So expect me. I'm sorry, but this is some big ass statements. But we have also saw that somebody's been going back and forwards about. Well, basically, it seems like being all over the fucking place. Someone else is involved at some point. To be honest, they still could be, but we're going to hope not. If someone's on their way to you telling you they love you and they're going to turn up at your door, we would hope they're not still with someone. But also, I feel it's because the feminines, the card at the very start was someone's woke up different. So this person, I think, is panicking that it's, look, hermit mode. They've been in hermit mode, healing, possibly healing from a past relationship if this isn't somebody that's like, going from a karmic relationship to a twin flame connection. But even there are cases where someone has actually been doing that healing whilst being in a relationship. Very rare, very hard to do, but it can be a thing. It's 1441 mirrored numbers, as I said that. This is my first time here. I'm so glad I did stop in and watch. Yes, we're glad to have you. Will he bring a boombox? What? Of all the questions someone could have asked, I didn't see that one come. Okay, we will ask that one. Very funny, very, very. Are you an Aquarius moon by any chance, or an Aquarius anything? That was a random question. I wonder how funny would it be if there's some musical notes or something on one of these cards. Will he bring a boombox? Is this a metaphor? I think they're, I'm sorry, but whenever I see that card, that screams to me karmic partner and children involved because of the obvious picture. But also, like Queen of Pentacles to me is sometimes a money grabber. And she's sitting on a massive pile of money. She looks very friendly, mind you, but maybe she's like, I don't care about him. I've got the money. Fuck me, what is this? Well, anyway, critical new perspective, releasing negativity. Is that the negativity someone's released? Like a past that was holding them back? Sorry, that's quite harsh, but look, that's the truth. That's the truth. And it's left them. Oh my god, I'm not being. I'm saying this in a jokey way. Sorry, it's not asking the boombox question, but look, someone's not stuck in their head over the past. The past is happy because they've got the money. That's the truth. Someone's also had a breakthrough in the clarity, but they've been left, a bit out in the cold. That's low on finances. And how weird is that? That I'm like, somebody from the past is the Queen of Coins. They're happy because they've got the money, and it's left this person short of money. Christ, that's a bit of a story. And it's a story we see too much. Yes, Sun. Oh my God. See, guys, I mean, everybody knows this and knows me well. What are the chances at 12 signs that I was like, you're either Aquarius, Moon, or Sun? And it looks like Corin's saying yes, she is Aquarius. Hilarious. Right, let's ask. This has got a yes or a no. Is he bringing a boombox? Look for a sign. Look, that's the thunderbolt that woke them up. That's the Aquarius full moon energy. 31st of January. This situation will improve. Yep, it will improve because whatever confused energy the feminine's in, the limbo, you're about to get some kind of answer. Forgiveness, this person might feel like you're not going to forgive them. Yep, look, unlikely. They feel like you're not going to forgive them, but they're not going to take no for an answer. Also, they might be like, no, he's not bringing a boombox. Proven health. This person could still be healing. If you believe, yeah, they're still healing and they just actually don't believe that you're going to give them a chance with whatever this drama is. a year from now. This could have happened a year. I know it says a year from now, but I'm hearing James Arthur. Is it not called a year ago or something? I miss you. My cup again. I don't. Again, that's just the only bit I remember that song. It says "I miss you" at the start. Within the next few months, within the next few weeks or days, I would say. Opportunity. Ask for help from others. Listen to your intuition. Yeah, that's the kind of energy. I mean, this is getting like it's just. I'll just keep saying the same thing. I do think this is somebody's ready to do something. They're out their head. They've been through a situation. They're trying to listen to their intuition. They're asking other people what they should do, which is always a bad idea. But it's the perfect timing, and I should have showed it. Look what they've been guiding my eyes to the whole time. This card is very dustily. I think that's not even a word, but we made up a word. Is sitting next to my telly. Look, perfect timing. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. That is the portal that's open for the Lionsgate portal. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all ingredients are right for your success. Everything and everyone's on your side, supporting your positive outcome. That's like the guides and the power animals and the loved ones in spirit. That's what they're saying to the masculine. It's almost kind of given you're going to miss your opportunity if you don't take it now. That's what I'm getting from this, and this is like somebody that feels it. Let's see from this deck. Nah, I'm not waiting anymore. Yeah, if you're a twin flame though, you say that, and it's like if you come up with the answer to how to get out of it, then let us know. Like whenever anyone says anything like that, I'm like, good luck with that. It's not waiting. I don't like to call it waiting. It's just let's just not call it waiting. Face the consequences. This is oh my god, by the way. This is what look how creepy is that? Again, this is why I say it's just God and the guy speaking through me. That is totally that's how this person feels. They feel like they're not going to be forgiven. They feel it's unlikely. And also, can I just say the shadow side of the energy right now, Pisces moon, would be woe is me, victim mode. Or you could be like, I'm going to believe in a miracle. I'm going to believe in magic. I'm going to pray, and then God is going to have my back. So face the consequences. Your actions ripple beyond the moment. Stand in your truth. Accept what follows, and let guide grow for you. It's kind of like this person's like, look, this is what I've done with this connection. I threw the fucking plate all on the floor, and it's all in little tiny bits. How's this person ever going to forgive me? But at least I've got a cup of tea to get through this kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And the good news is I'm putting the past behind me, judgment and criticism. So maybe the person in the past was really critical and was a dark cloud, and now the sun's coming out. Let go of judgment. Judging others only keeps you stuck in the past. Embrace compassion, release judgment. And it's time for the conversation. That's that energy. I love you. I'm on my way to you. I'm in love with you, and I'm coming to tell you. This is so annoying because I'm like, what in the fuck am I meant to use for the thumbnail? I mean, thank God this is one of these hand ones because I would be like really lost for what to use for the thumbnail. But this is very Leo season drama. Let's see. Wow. Big energy. That's what it's giving. I feel the pain at times, but F it. Oh my God, Pisces. Fuck my life. Yes. Wow. Rewire the way you love. When pain becomes a pattern in love, it's time to relearn the connection, begin again differently. Yeah, look. So this is somebody that's look, can't let you go, very in love, very remorseful. Look at the wee broken heart on the thingy. But the feminine, that's the vibe I was getting from the feminine's still open. And you're almost about to touch hands. So it's like the energetic communication, I don't like seeing 5D communication because I connect with dimensions much higher than 5D energy. But you know what I'm saying? It's like the telepathy is about to come it's about to all come down into the physical When pain becomes a pattern in love, it's time to relearn. Can it begin again? This person wants to begin again differently. They already said, I want a future with you. I want a new beginning with you. I'm sure the same cards have been coming out in the shorts. He shows up. I'm acting like I'm not home, even though my car is there. That's hilarious. Has it been a long time? Like, are you somebody where you haven't seen them for years, or is it like, what's the tea? And if this genuinely is yours, please come and let us know, or at least send me an email or something, because I do feel a lot of these ones are I feel they're going to catch up with real time. Like, I don't think this is kind of years and years in advance now. Like, I was saying, in all of the ones that I've said, the last few lives I've done, I have said something does feel imminent. Like, it really does. And I don't like saying that lightly, because I just don't. It's annoying when everyone's saying that and fucking like literally nothing happens. But it's because, time is an illusion. It's all past, present, future. But something does. It feels very. It's to do with the North Node shifting into Aquarius. Aquarius is the future, and we're in the future. And look, see what I mean? Because there's another similar one, almost touching hands. They're all look, and all of them. They're all. In fact, they are touching hands. See, they're already touching hands. What does that say? Oh no, it's numbers. What number is that? 88? I don't know, 1988 could be significant. It's hard to explain. I'm not trying to say too much. Things work out better. I've done major work on myself. Yeah, you don't need to say too much. I feel you, but very interesting. Right, okay. Don't know if I can be. I don't really want to do that career one now. That was that exciting. I'm like, we better though. I pulled it. So anyway, this was the one I pulled. So what I want out of my career. So if you weren't here when I was saying that earlier, could it be that somebody chose their career and like money over love, which can sometimes mean choosing a different person, that's on the same page, that's similar kind of income or similar kind of family values or blah blah blah, someone that's not like taboo, like that clandestine kind of, oh, my family wouldn't approve or blah blah blah, or you know or like in that film last night, she's wild and crazy and he's like quite sensible and like, but it's that kind of vibe where actually it makes it, they both balance each other out, which is what actual twin flames are about. um let's just see. Or it might have absolutely nothing to do with it. Yes, choose money and someone else. So that I want to cry. Oh, sorry if you want to cry. This is the kind of energy though. Like, a full moon in any sign brings up the subconscious and it brings up a lot of feelings. Pisces moon at any point is about crying, basically. It's really when we can feel completely and utterly fucking fed up. It's the first card, actually, the feminine card. Right, so just have a good cry. I was fucking crying all day yesterday, and not because I felt sad. It was because I felt sad at the films. And sometimes my guides make me do that, like it's a way to purge. You know what I mean? Because that full moon was conjunct Pluto, which is still very much in the air. It's like intense, deep feelings. So it made sense to me that I watched a hat trick of very intense, chick flicks. So if you want to cry, watch Reminders of Him, and then what was it called again? Voicemails for Isabel. Oh my god, has anyone seen that? That was, oh my god, I fucking love that. I only watched it, like I said, I watched it at my sister's, and I watched it again yesterday, and I don't know. That girl is not in many things, right? She's in Dirty Grandpa. Okay, terrible names for things, but she was in that with Zac Efron, and she's in something else. She's not in a lot, but she's really attractive. Her. If I was a guy, I'd fancy her. That's quite a weird thing to say, isn't it? But I say that to tell, like, you don't need to be batting for the same team. I just think she's really pretty. There's something really attractive about her. But the guy's really hot too. I've never seen him in anything else, but he was very attractive. Tall, dark, handsome type, But there's quite a hot scene in that too. It involves a kitchen counter. That's all I'm saying. And it didn't even go that far. I think it makes it even hotter that it's just suggesting that something nearly happened. Um, and but no, the ending of that film is absolutely lovely. In fact, I thought I was going to say that later on today, but the reason why I love that film is, does anybody remember, Robin? She had the one hit wonders. Like, she had Show Me Love and What It's All About. All that. You know what I mean? Where's my popcorn? Honestly, do you know what? If you're stuck for something to do today, go and watch the ones where I'm on camera for any sign. In fact, I've already, oh my god, I done Aquarius the night before last, and that was, I really sincerely hope you don't resonate, but if your person is involved with an obsessive karmic energy, that might be yours, because I kept saying it feels like their karmic energy is stalking them and obsessive, and then I pulled out obsessive lover and karmic lesson. Like, I'm not shitting you. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? I always pick up on the randomest messages. Oh yes, in capital letters, right? You might want to watch that then. It was just over 3 hours. I only usually do them for 2.5 hours, and I don't ever plan it, but it always ends up about 2 hours, 20 minutes, 2.5 hours. But yeah, that was, well, there you go. You might want to watch that. Have you already watched it, or is it just you're getting it from what I'm saying? But so like I said, tonight's one could be diving into some secrets too, because it's Pisces moon. But yeah, that letters from that, no, it's no letters for, it's voicemails for Isabel. It's very sad because it's like the girl's sister has just died, and it's just, oh my god, crying my eyes out. But oh right, well yeah, definitely that would be interesting if you watch it. Tyrone was an Aquarius Pisces. Oh my god, that makes sense. Aquarius Pisces cusp, and the Hot Man deck keeps coming out. Fucking hell. I don't believe in cusps. I believe you're either in one sign or the other, is my personal opinion on that. I always describe it like you've got your ear up to the wall, you know what I mean? So you can be like, you can have traits of the other sign, but you're in, so say it's like he's the very last of Aquarius, then you are Aquarius. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, so what I'm saying about that Robin song is, I really didn't, I think I did say this before in one of the lives, but I'm saying it again. There was this song, that other song that's like, I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Whoa, I'm right over here. You know what I mean? It is a catchy song, right? But I've never liked it because this is quite funny. I do remember one birthday years ago, like that actually happened. Like, we were in a tiny club and my twin flame was there. To be fair, I don't actually think he was kissing someone in the corner, but he was definitely in the wee dark corner with loads of girls, right? And I'm like, this is shit, it's my birthday, all my fucking pals are out. That happened a few times, by the way. But it was a specific sort of birthday, and I think it was just weird. It was a weird shifting of energy of, I think that might have been right when my feelings were like really, like, I was accepting, oh my god, what the fuck is this, because this is just more than a wee crush, and you're not like, this is like, taking over my life kind of energy. But anyway, so I never liked that song. Whenever it comes on, I skip it. And this might seem really random, but I don't care. I am random, and I just want to share this. I feel it's about reframing, right? Because that film, I love that film in general because it's a great chick flick, and like I said, they've definitely stole the concept of Dear John, One Day. Oh no, that's the other one. What is it a mixture of? Dear John and the other one I watched, I think it's just Love Begins. Very, very same thing, because in that one where Love Begins, the guy is receiving her texts that she's meaning to text her husband that's just died. And in this film, the guy is receiving the voicemails to the sister. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know how, that is embarrassingly ripping off a storyline and changing it slightly, but whatever, that's life, that's what people do. And actually, Pisces moon right now, Pisces is copycat energy. So there could be a copycat involved in this energy I'm picking up now, or whatever. But to get back to what I was saying, like, definitely with ADHD and things like autism and loads of different, or just the person that you are, you can really associate songs with memories, right? And I'm very, very much that person. And so because I really don't like that song, and it just reminds me of a kind of night like that, right? And it's like, but what I found really emotional when I watched it a month ago was I was fucking bawling my eyes out of this film because it is just really, really sad. And like I said, it wasn't actually for me. Yeah, it's sad because I love and everything too, but it was actually like in a big way, especially because I love the kind of end of that film because it's like it's New Year. I'm spoiler alert at the end, by the way, but I'm just in case nobody's going to even watch this, just to get the point across. It's meant to be New Year because we love a film when it's New Year and someone's rushing to tell them they love them. Again, hello, ripping off When Harry Met Sally. But it's kind of good because it's like a really kind of normal thing. Like she's just feeling a bit shit and she's went to her favourite place. But it is because he said, like, look, I know you probably don't want to hear from me, but I'm going to be there if you want to meet me. I know you've probably got better plans because it's New Year's, right? And of course, she's like thinking about him too. And then um, but it's just quite cute because he thinks she's gone. I think it's meant to be after thing, and then he walks in and she's stuffing her face, and then he's like, and it's actually shit. It's really like the story I've just read in this because that's what they always do. Um, like I'm just trying to think, what was it? He bursts in and he's like, look, you know, I am broken, but um, I don't know. I can't remember. He said something like I'm broken. It's the kind of idea of like, look, I'm not perfect and I've definitely got shit to work on, but you make me a happier person. Like you make me a happier person. You make me a better person. Um, and I can't really remember. You know, some kind of speech. Like whatever he says is cute. Um, and yeah, and it's actually very like this because that's the energy I was picking up on the guy. Is kind of like, what's the point? She's not going to forgive me. And that guy is like that. He's like cutting about. He hasn't shaved, and his friends are like, "Fucking move!" Do you know what I mean? Move your arse. Fucking, you know, get in the shower. Go and fucking get her. Do you know what I mean? Which is what real friends would do. Unfortunately, the last few days I keep picking up on toxic fucking frenemies that sabotage you and send you the other direction or send you into hell with karmic people that are going to ruin your life. So fucking check yourself or you wreck yourself, people with shit pals. But yeah, in that film it's got supportive friends. So but no, yeah, so I've went all about the houses to not so but what to get back to that Robin song, it features heavily that song, right? You know, and it's to do with the connection between her and her sister. And for me, there's two things that spring to mind. You know, I won't go too deep into that because I'm in danger of crying, but I don't really care. I would cry if I was on camera, and I can cry when it's my hands as well. Um, like I've got a few people in the spirit world, females of all different ages that I'm very connected with. And it makes me think of that. You know what I mean? It's like even if you are on your own, you've always got the love of the people in your spirit world. Just as I've got like actual real best friends that have got my back like that too, but because it's her sisters in the spirit world, but then also I was saying to my actual best friend the other day, it was making me think as well. Like I've spoke about it a wee bit more recently, but I actually did have a best friend that died when I was very young. I was only 4. And I did used to communicate with her. You know what I mean? Like I would write things in my diary right up until the age of like 11 or something. And then I just kind of stopped doing it. And then the memories kind of only sort of came back not that long ago. And that made me think of her as well, just to kind of like, I wonder what she would have been like. I wonder, would we still be friends and that kind of stuff. So it was like I was really crying at that too, like in the feels. But it's just nice because at the end of that film, it's like, it's meant to be that she's really wacky, she's really out there. She just says exactly what's on her mind, and he's like loving that about her. And it's just nice because it's like she's dancing, and like making it be like, she's kind of like communicating with her sister. And then I don't know what it is. It just really makes me cry because it's like he joins in, like like dancing like a fanny kind of thing. And that is you know what I mean. You do want somebody that's like loves you for exactly who you are, but then they're just going to actually fucking join in and not give a shit what people think. Um, and it's I think it's a good film, but it is very sad. So if you want a good cry, watch it. I've sold horror on it. That one is voicemails for Isabel. But am I right or am I wrong? If you saw that fucking title of the film, you'd be like, next, bullshit. Don't be fooled. It is a really lovely, like I said, if you like old Dear John and you like, the Notebook and all, it's all like it's quite funny too. It's got a lot of banter in it. Like it's like I said, I like it because, like I said, I've always thought that girl was really pretty, and she's in hardly any films, and the guy's really hot. I don't know who the hell he is, but he's quite nice to look at. He's just unusual looking. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know how to describe him. He's smouldering, kind of rocking some curtains there as well, which is quite risky when that's a bit dated. But yeah, hot. And I could say that because they are, I think they're more closer to my age. I would say they are, or maybe a wee bit younger. Actually, maybe a wee bit older because if she was getting with Zac Efron in that film, and he's older than me, so. Um, but yeah, the point is, look, I was shuffling the tarot as I was saying that, looking out my window in a daydream. Yeah, I like it because no matter what happens in my life, that wee film has helped me reframe that song. Like, I actually really like that song now. It does kind of make me want to get a lump in my throat because it reminds me of the film, but it doesn't make me sad about that night. You know what I mean? It doesn't make me sad. It makes me feel like it's like I've associated it with something completely different because this is really deep what I'm saying right now. So I hope somebody else connects with this, right? But I'm just getting out because it's quite cathartic for me. With Chiron, the wounded healer, in Gemini in the seventh house, that's why I've been single 23 years, twin flame journey or not, because it is about having a lonely love life. The seventh house is union and marriage, and Chiron's your wounds, and mine's Gemini. So it makes sense that I talk about the twin flame journey to help people get through their own twin flame journey mainly, or love life, because it's like, I am still dancing on my own. I'm in the corner, not watching you kiss whoever. you know, and it's like, I'm still dancing on my own. Do you know what I mean? Like, so to me, it's like, it feels quite happy. Anyway, I like it that I've reframed that. Um, why did it actually, like, it fucking, what do you call it? It just put your comment about hot guy under review. So we can't even say hot guy without that being censored. Fuck that. um, let's see. Sorry, I was in a bit of a flow there that I was just talking and talking and talking about that and taking ages to get to the point about the song. Um, God, I've spoke that long. The mic could have died. I just looked down. That would have been hilarious if the mic had died. What movie do you love, Heather? Out of the ones I've spoke about, are you talking about the reminders of him? Because I did like that, but it was a bit random. In fact, that was the original one that I went to get in the comments of it, because I did write something about it. Where is it? Let's see. Just don't want to repeat the same stuff tonight. What I put is, don't assume you know what happened. You might have it wrong, and forgiveness. So without spoiling what reminders of him is about, that's what I got from it. Because they've all assumed that the girl was to blame for something, and they were, basically they should all feel ashamed of themselves because they got it very wrong, in my opinion. And then it's about her forgiving everyone for wronging her. So I might have caused intrigue for you to watch it. And again, the guy in that was very attractive too, wasn't he? That, God, there was some steamy. I was like, oh yes, Heather, I can see why you like this. I like that whole kind of, it was like building up the tension, and then it was like, God damn it, and he kisses her. I was like, yep, hello, we want more of that. Right. So, although it's questionable that, I mean, it's kind of on with your fucking, your need best pills, but I mean that's a little bit, a bit questionable. Oh yes, I'm just looking at the notes from that. But so I've quoted from voicemails are for Isabel. The best friends, like it's a married couple because they actually get married in the film. But it's like the girl's like, every once in a while someone comes along and changes the game. Don't be so busy scoring that you miss it. Basically saying to them like, look, we know you're kind of next, but we think you've just met your perfect match. Like, don't let her go. Sometimes life rigs things in our favor. That is today's energy, my people. Absolutely. I don't know why I said, but I went to say my friends, I said my people. That's quite funny. But because the moon is conjunct the North Node, it is destined and fated energy. It's time to take action with something. And he must say at one point in that, I'm broken and she was a dream, which I missed when I watched it before. But and then they're like, this is the part where you run. he asks for a sign, and then the Robin song comes on. Oh yeah, that's at the end. That's the bit where I'm like, I'm done. That makes me cry, because obviously that reminds me of how much I get songs for signs. You know what I mean? So I think as well, I feel this masculine that's going to connect with this, they could be doing something like give me a sign, whether it's a song or whatever, and then they get the sign. And then, you know what was really weird as well, right? I mean, it's not weird, it's just the way they give me messages. I had just saw these shorts, right? And it was like, I think it was like maybe married couples or like boyfriend, girlfriend. And it was like, it must be something on TikTok where it's like, you know, they're like, I'm going to see if my partner matches my crazy. So you see, it was very similar. Like I saw that shorts and then I watched that film and I was like, oh, that's the same kind of energy, because he does match her crazy at the end. She's not crazy, but she's dancing about that song, and then he dances, and it's just cute. And I get what they're trying to say, you know what I mean? It's like they've both found their person. But it's especially because if you think about it, that's probably why that means a lot to me too, because she's seeing that as like she's not meant to believe in fate and everything like that, but she's saying, "Oh, my sister did," but because she meets him, like I'd say they're both maybe not meant to believe in that, and then it's like, you know, he's kind of in on it, like even if he does, like he's like, right, I can't not believe now because I've just asked for a sign, and then you've literally just put the song on that meant something to you and her. Um, and um, but what else was coming at me there? Yeah, as you can see, that song just totally puts me in the feels. So I mean the song, yeah, but the film, that film, just that's, you know, when you haven't watched, you know, when you watch a new film, because I'm always just watching the same ones all the time. When you watch a new one, it's quite exciting, isn't it? Because it's like, that's why I was like, oh, I can watch that again because I only watched that a month ago. And like I said, it was quite good. Like it wasn't shit. But it's a shame because the name is so shit that you're going to think it's shit. Um, I'm sure there was something else that was coming to me there anyway, if it comes back, it comes back. Let me see what you're saying. I'm saying you're saying the fuck. Um, let's see. Where did I get to? He is, and I'm Aquarius. He was more his Pisces side. I love that movie. I'm like Bumblebee from Transformers. I don't know what that is. I have never seen Transformers. We spent his last New Year's Eve together eating pizza. Oh my god, that's like that film, Heather. That's kind of similar at the end of that film. What goes around comes around all day, every day. Those friends are going to feel it. But yeah, exactly, exactly. You know what I mean? Because like, imagine you had like encouraged somebody to go down a path, and then that person ends up ruining their life. Like I said, shit pals. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, let's go even worse, right? Like what I always think about too is Pisces moon is the end, and it can be things to do like, you know, no one to be here and everything like that. And I'm thinking, you know, it's if you're actually seeing somebody being that miserable and ruin their life and that, and people just sit back and watch that, and they aren't like the kind of friends in that film that are like, "What are you doing? Go and do something about it." Do you know what I mean? Like, it's you've got the wrong people around you. Um, so you're welcome. This was definitely meant for me to be here. Yes, it definitely seems like that. The fuck, that's funny. Wow, this resonates so much. What the fuck? This is all my confirmation. Hey there, Delilah came to my head. I don't think who sings that? I don't think I know that one. I have Tyrone's last voicemail he left me that I listen. Oh god, this is so crazy. It's obviously bringing in bits and bobs for, like I said, you know, because it might seem like, oh, this is all just striking a chord with me, but it's not. I knew it would speak to other people too. The Yeah, because it heavily features a scene where basically she loses all the voice notes from her sister and she's devastated. And the thing that he does to get her, well, it's not to, well, it is to get her back, but it's just he does it even if it doesn't get her back. Like he trades in his, like, you know, geeky card or whatever that, you know, he's collecting cards for, I don't know what it is, you know, like cards, I don't know, some kind of, you know, like, you know, when you collect cards for like different, I don't know if you call it, like whatever. And he's like, look, please just try and do something to get those. And that's why he leaves her the voicemail saying, like I've paid for the number and I'm not going to listen to the things. And And then she gets all the voicemails back, and I think that's when they say sometimes life rigs things in your favor, and then all her voicemails come back, and it's very sad but like cute. Oh, that's lovely, Heather. And then he probably answers you through me a lot of the time, as well as answers you through life, but certainly seems like that. Every second counts to me when it comes to exactly every second does fucking count with life in general. And Corin, I just recently on the summer solstice found that out when I was 90 seconds away from death, and it's fresh in my head today because we met someone on the beach that was saying to my mum, like, oh, you know, I heard about your accident. And my mum awkwardly looked at me to be like, oh no, someone's asking me. Because I've actually never been with my mum yet when someone's asked about it, because she tried to make a big deal of it. But I'm wondering if, like, I don't know, my dad must have said something somewhere, because I was the same. I didn't come right on here and tell everyone. Like, I didn't say for, like, I don't know, a few days anyway, but it felt maybe like if I was in shock, 5 days or something. So song is by the Plain White Tees. All right, yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely will have heard it, but I can't think how that goes. Maybe a little bit. But maybe someone else needs that song. So you said earlier something about September and the number 15 came out and that was his last day on here. Oh my god. See what I mean? So if you're new around here, people, I'm an open channel for the spirit world, and that's Tyrone's way of obviously giving confirmation. But I mean, because the reason I said that is because it was just the numbers on the card. So, wow, he does, but he flirts with you, which is yeah, yeah. If you want to see something weird but entertaining, people, yes, Heather's best friend in the spirit world does come through, and he does come through rather flirty. It's hilarious. Because I mean, that's the thing. Although I literally know he's good looking, I didn't at the first. I didn't know what he looked like. I felt it though. I was like, he's really good looking. I can feel it. and then I got the confirmation. Right. Okay. So I went off into Never Never Land. So we'll bring it back a little bit and do this career reading. I'm right over here. I'm just dancing on it. Sorry, that's in my head now. All the songs in that film are quite good, actually. I was like, I'm getting the playlist on the Spotify. Like, it had loads of good songs in it. It had another one about something to do with gold or something. I don't know. Right. And the Vacation with Friends, again, that wins the title of even shitter title. That is really good too. So only if you like chick flicks. I don't know if you didn't like chick flicks, it probably wouldn't be. And also weird. I think they're trying to brainwash us with Robin's songs. Robin's song is also in that film, but not. It's like a lesser known one. I think that one's maybe something about moving on from someone or something. Right. So let's focus. Career. What I want out of my career. What does somebody want out of their career? And does this have anything to do with what we've just read on? Let's just establish. I don't know how we're gonna. What I want out of my career. So this is either you or someone else you're connected to. What do you want out of your career? Oh my god! It's the fucking guard. I wasn't prepared for that, guys. This is. I'm gobsmacked. Maybe something shocking is going to happen with true love. See how meant to be that is? I've just channeled all about those romantic films, and the card I love comes out, the Two of Cups. Unified love, partnership, mutual attraction. Again, just stressing, it doesn't. Every time I try to ask about something that is not love, guess what? We're going to bring you back love 10 times stronger. We're going to bring you the Two fucking Cups. Oh dear. So, what I want out of my career. I think this is connected to what I just read on. This person's like, fuck career. I've sorted my money out. I want my fucking twin flame. Because look, I don't think I've ever noticed that before. That there is two flames. That's so weird. Obviously, it's because it's the Two of Cups, but I didn't even notice that. I'm so distracted by the cuteness up here. Yeah, look, someone's like, I'm not bothered about the money anymore. I've sorted that. I want my person. That's what this person wants out of career. When you hear "Hey There, Delilah," you'll know it because you know every song. Yeah, it's like is it kind of like in the realms of like because I'm a bit. What's that band? Moving on to better things. She moves in her own way. What is that song? I don't even know. Who is that? See what I mean? A lot of bands just sound the same to me. She moves in her own way. I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know who it's by. But is it that kind of band? Doesn't need mean it is that band, but is it that kind of music? What's blocking me? Right, what is blocking? What is blocking this? See you next Tuesday. I move in my own way. I do things differently. Yeah, and you see, but what is the song called? But you see how that's like what I just channeled about the girl in that film as well. What is blocking this person? Hermit mode. The fact that he's going through a dark night of soul, or you are. You're healing. Healing is blocking this person. And look, they really are like the nine of pit. They're single, so this is either not connected to what I just read, or this is the bit of the timeline where they're like, bye bye, karmic partner. We're not well suited. Yep, they're single, they're feeling abundant. The only thing they're missing is the Two of Cups that they keep thinking about from the past. That they didn't get into union, or maybe this person wanted to marry, the person, if this is yours. Look, celebration, familiar, milestone, homecoming, but it's in reverse. It is giving, I chose to work on my pentacles, my money, instead of love. But now that's not it's shifted priorities. That's what this is. So that's what's blocking this person. They're healing, they're reflecting, doing a lot of reflecting, because both these, that's about healing and that's about the past. Healing the past, focused on their money, so it's like they're where they want to be financially. Or if it's going to do with all the other cards, getting back on your feet after a setback, but you sacrificed love for it. But you know the one I mean, eh? She moves. I love her. Is that not the words? I love her because she moves in her own way. That's so funny, isn't it? Wait a minute, that's annoying. I need to look, because I don't even particularly like the song, if I'm honest. Let's put in I love her because she moves in her own way. It's the Cooks. She moves in her own way, the Cooks. I was hoping that you'd be on your way to better things. It's not about your makeup or how you try to shape up to these tiresome paper dreams. Oh, I can't even bother reading all the lyrics, but it'll be relevant to someone because they weren't letting me not check what it was. But like I said, I don't really like that song. Right. So that's what's blocking the person. Quite a clear answer here. They're healing the past, or they could be healing childhood memories as well, because it does have that on it. But this can be about, that can all be connected too. Healing feelings of the past about a true love that you never got over, but you chose to work on your money and your career instead. Which actually is very similar to that voicemails for Isabel, because it gives the impression that he is a very successful, like rich guy, rich good looking guy that is more about the career than the girls. Because although he's sleeping with somebody at the start of the film, it's very much given the impression he's not really that arsed about her, and then she actually dumps him. And it's because he's not making a real connection. That's what I got from it. It's like he's empty. And that is the kind of, when you get older, it's not even in the age, it's when you heal. It doesn't matter how good looking someone is. If they've not healed those parts of themselves, it's empty. Like it's somebody could be really hot and even have an amazing body and stuff, but it's like if they're not connected to their feelings and their heart and that, and you've done all that work on yourself, it's a total mismatch, because it's like, well, again, and I was going to say, unless but to a woman that hasn't, or whatever genders, to a person that hasn't done the healing and that is just as disconnected from their feelings and just like sex, lust, give me a hot looking face, give me a hot body, then yeah, you know what I mean, you'll have whatever their level, I'm sounding like a dick now, but I think it's quite funny, I'm just going to keep going with it. Whatever their level of fun will be, they'll have, but it's very empty, you know, and that's kind of like, it's like when I speak about Love Island, what always fascinates me is, you know, I say this quite a lot, but typically it's all a bunch of good looking people, right? But we're all attracted to different things. But it always interests me that, you know, they could bring in somebody really hot, you know, to distract the couples that are meant to be strong, to test them. And even when the guys do stray, almost 9 times out of 10, the one they stray with, they always end up going back to the one they chose. And it's because the initial, that was formed, the bond, the real love, the connection was formed, and you've built something. So it doesn't matter how good looking the new one is, you know. And like I said, that could be argued for days because we all find different things attractive, but it just doesn't matter because they've already formed the bond with the original one. Like I said, sometimes in Love Island it can rarely be. I remember one time it actually was that one of the ones they brought in, they were better suited, but most of the time I think it does sort of prove that point about if somebody's already fallen in love and they never fell out of love, they can't fall in love again. Do you know what I mean? You could be sort of getting on with something and making it look like it, but the love is actually always there for the original person, and that's what it looks like, that somebody'd already fallen in love and then they chose their career, and possibly that did mean choosing another person, but it was a lie. Look, King of Swords in reverse, it was like not honest. Misuse of power, manipulation. That's not great, is it? Inner child feeling down, overly optimistic. It led to, like, you know, lies and unhappiness. Imposter syndrome, self deceit and secrets. Yeah, because someone's in love with someone else. So this is getting a bit, oh my god, and we've got a divorce. Look. Overly emotional, easily influenced, bitchy and cold. I always think it's funny that that card actually says bitchy, because that's how I'd describe Queen. But you know what I mean? But Queen and King of Swords, even upright, can be a divorce. But in reverse, that's definitely look. That's a couple that did not work out. Either a divorced couple or just, if you're not married, it's a very not a good match. And it's because it was never about love. It was about what made sense. It was intellect. Might not even be about intellect, to be honest. It's you know what I mean. It was a lie anyway. It was fake news. It's got fake news on that card. It was the person deceiving themselves. Oh my god, this is a bit deep. Right, so that was what was blocking. Right, let's see. 2 days ago, Tyrone's girlfriend, at the time when he passed, it was messy relationship, popped up on my social media yesterday with a picture of her, and I'm assuming it's with her new. Oh right, interesting. Right, so that's what's blocking the person, right? Living a lie, basically. Living a lie. Good lord. A negative career experience from my past. Right, what's a negative career experience from this person's past? Could have been chasing skirt at the work. Sorry, it's quite funny. But look, Knight of Wands. Energy, passion, action, inspiration, adventure. Like, seriously. Could have, like, got caught up with people at work and it was a bad idea. A negative career experience from my past. Lost opportunity, lack of planning and foresight. Yeah, you could, like I mean, not keeping your eyes on the job because you're getting distracted. Too funny. A positive career experience from my past. Decisions, weighing up options, impasse, avoid. What's that about? Something you couldn't see or make a decision on. Wait a minute, is that all wee police and stuff like that? Oh, I've never noticed that before. It's like police on horses and stuff. No idea what that's maybe about. Oh, I suppose impasse. You can't go past. Right, it's blocked. Right. Self-expression, all talk, haphazard, haste. A positive. I don't know what this is trying to say. A positive experience. I feel like it's like this person was. This is something that's ended up positive, right? This person, if this is you or it's someone connected to you, and remember, it's not going to make sense to everyone, so I'm just going with it. Keeping in mind that what this is about is this person wanted a lot out of their career, because that spread is about career. And I felt with it's going to be connected to the other one, and it kind of does seem like it might not be, but I think it will be for other people. It's like this person chased career and money, because like I said, that's definitely what it is. It's lightly suggested in that voicemail, because what it's meant to be suggesting in voicemails for Isabel is that he's just hooking up with hot birds, whether it's a girlfriend or just random ones, and not really making a connection, not being moved by love, kind of thing. And then he meets her and she's different in the random way of her leaving voicemails thinking she's talking to her sister, like very kind of best friend, kind of no filter. And that's what he's fallen in love with her before he even meets her in person, which is a bit, it's a bit creepy, it's a bit stalkerish, let's be honest as well. And that's definitely a part in that film where she's like, hang on a fucking minute, like, because obviously she finds out that he was doing that, and it is a bit, it's a bit freaky, I suppose. But yeah, what I think this is saying is, like, something initially could have seemed negative for this person, right? Like, you can't go that way. Like, you're trying to go this way with your work, or you're trying to make X amount of money, or you're trying to get into this relationship, but God's blocking you, right? So this person could have seen as like, what the fuck's going on? Why can't I get past? Like, I'm just trying to get to this, like, part of my life. And then it's like, not much was happening. But then it just ends, and there's a huge change because of that, trying to go that way. And what's ended is a lover's connection, because and it could have just been all passion. Look at the way I channeled about that, what I was saying about, like, you know what I mean, because that does look pretty hot, mind you, but it's like, look, it's in reverse. Disharmony, imbalance, misalignment. So it's like you tried to go the wrong way and you were stopped, and so whatever that was came to an end, but it's because it wasn't for you, because what is for you is this is what that person really wants. But you can see, you know what I mean, it's like it's giving lust, whereas this person's now awakened to love. And like I said the other day, there's nothing wrong with lust when it's in balance, and it's not. I think just where if you're wanting a true love connection, you want that to be there with the lust. And even when it's twin flames, lust doesn't seem like the right word to use, but basically someone's in their feelings. That's what's like, whatever was blocked, a karmic situation, because it was misalignment, has come to an end, and it's caused this person to realize that it was actually a positive experience, that something went wrong in business. So maybe this person actually could have got into business with a partner. That would make sense. And then it's all went tits up because it's meant to lead the person back to the twin flame. So it turns out to be positive. Right, how I can it's kind of given, what's that saying I say all the time, actually? A blessing in disguise. That's it. And there is actually a card in, wait a minute, I might pick them up and wait a minute, let's just do it now before I forget. There's a card in that deck, but this is all different cards that says that. So let's try and go for one of them and see. Oh my god, sorry, I'm so freaked out myself. I'm so freaked out. Is anyone else freaked out right now? Is the mic still working? Oh my god. What are the fucking chances, guys? I'm sorry for screaming like that, but I just... They've done that all week. If you're new around here, I literally do that all the time, right? Because I see it clairvoyantly in my head and then it comes out, but I don't know why it's just seeming more like I do it all the time, so I don't know why I'm doing that, but that did creep me out a bit. Because, like, you know what I mean? That's not even look. It's all random different cards. I just knew it was in that deck. So anyway, 33 has come to Jesus moment as well. Yeah, whatever it is that blocked this person, and it's something to do with business and money and mixed in with love. It was, this person might not have felt it was a positive shift in their career, but now they see it is. Like, thank God I didn't, thank God I didn't go any further down this road in this situation. Be patient and have faith that your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. So it is kind of given, look, that's been somebody's dream that they've put to the back of their mind, or maybe like, this is too good to be true, like, I'm never going to get that with this person, or our lives don't fit together, or but that is who I would have wanted to end up with in the end, but I chose this and it didn't work out, and it was cold and there was no feelings, and there might have been passion at first, but then that died down and I can't even fucking stand the sight of them. So really the fact that that's ended is a blessing in disguise, and maybe now I can get my dream. I'm here for the way I'm channeling this. Look, and again, look, Mary Magdalene's involved there. Remember I did, and pleasure, remember I did mention clandestine, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, look, pleasure. This person's pleasure lies with their Mary Magdalene, who could be taboo. And something could be happening today because we've got a 31 on the card and it's the 31st. Emotional expression, playful innocence, exploitation. Do something just for fun. Pleasure is one of life's essential nutrients. And then we could turn that card upright. Love, harmony, relationships, alignment, and choice. And look, the snake, like leaving a snake behind in the year of the snake. And change, that's what the full moon in Aquarius brings. A resistance to change is a resistance to life itself. Open your heart and mind to new beginnings. That's what this person's doing. Because this person, if this is you, is opening their heart to new possibilities, that's their heart comes back to where it was in the beginning. This is me, what the fuck? Aye, it's you, that's maybe about 10 other people watching, but I'm just glad it is somebody in the chat. So thank you for letting us know that. What's this week? Oh, look, that wee card was just sitting away from everything. Exhaustion, burnout. Yeah, I think whoever this is exhausted from whatever all that is they've went through. And no fucking wonder, it does seem a bit exhausting. Should we, do you want me, before I end this, right, do you want me to go and get the deck to see if any of the Jezebel or Karmic Lesson or any of those cards come out? Or do we want, we maybe don't want to know about the past. Oh, I'm done with this. So, I mean, I don't think there's, like, what's the last question? How I can combine these experiences for my advantage? That is a weird question, but how can we help this guy? The guy that's kissing her on the head. She's obviously happy to see him anyway. Personal transition, resistance, unfinished. There's a lot about resistance here. This person really could be resisting this through fear or redirection, limit and belief, spiritual path. Yep, this person's been redirected on their spiritual path, and their true two of cups, true love. That is spiritual union as well. Inner turmoil, deep fears, secrets, release, worry. What's the 12th house Pisces moon right now? It is that. Look, that guy's like, oh my god, I let the love of my life go. I'm going to run like fuck to get them. I've just had a light bulb moment in the Aquarius full moon. I love that card. I always say the same thing. This fucking group held me back. Look, seriously. My work stopped me from going for what I want, or people at work sabotaged me, or a group of friends sabotaged me. They collaborated against me. Or the people might be being extra, and it's just kind of like, I got too caught up in my work. It might not be like heartbreak. Like playing games. No, people at work could have played games. Control, will, success, action, war, heartbreak, emotional pain, sorrow, grief, hurt, teamwork, collaboration. It is given a group worked against me. They betrayed me. Painful end, deep wound, betrayal, loss, crisis. I was manipulated. I'm going against the status quo. They've tried to put a delay to me moving forward, but I'm not confused. I'm in alignment. A lot of repressed emotions are coming up. I'm pouring into me, working on my fitness. This guy's upside down and everything. Is that a woman or a man? Fuck knows it's a man. Sacrifice, intuition, prophecy, new perspective. I'm the king of fucking wands, baby. My mum had a lot to say too. She held me back because that's an Empress in reverse. Block, dependent, need self-care, unless that's like the mother of a child. But I'm in balance now. I'm ready for my new beginning because I'm the Emperor. I'm the Emperor that wants my Empress. Although that was in reverse, so I'm not going to read it like that. Yep, basically the Emperor wants the Empress. That came out the other day too, but it's really all about that. I love that came out first because that's every time I go for that deck, I want that card to come out. So love it. Right. Yeah. He's scared to be with me. Yes, that is the twin flame connection, Corin, unfortunately, until they're not. The people that are scared to be with them have to work out that is real love. And then actually, that's maybe, that's why I've been channeling about those films, because especially that voicemails for Isabel, because that's the whole point. Like, that guy was not about love, he was not a romantic, he was more about, because they just really get that across in a very subtle way with the settings of it. You know what I mean? You see he's like in a big fancy office, and then you see that he's like got a really fancy house with a pool, and but then they get across the point because he's sitting about miserable, no other shave, thinking about the girl that's chasing her dreams, that's like not living in a big luxurious kind of, you know what I mean? It's like, what's the point if you're not happy? Um, that's why I have no friends and did so much work. The thing is, yeah, but that, when people say things like that, I get that, because it's like, I have still got friends, but I don't see my best friends a lot. Like, I go to see my best friend every couple of months, or she comes to see me. She lives like 90 minutes away on a train. And then I've got other best friends that live near her. And actually, I do see my other best friend more than that. But like, not like, it's just like not codependent. It's not like all the time we're in. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we're older now as well. No, my pals have got kids and families and shit like that. But but so although I have got friends around me, I'm very like that too. Like, I pour all my energy into my work and healing myself. And yeah, so I get that. But you've got us as friends. You said yes, mother of a child. Yeah, I saw Dinus Emperor goes with that. That sounds so relatable. Right, okay, so I don't know, is there anything else we need to ask about this? Let's get this wee pile again. I'm kind of tempted to get those cards, because it's a bit of a mixed bag what comes out of that other deck. It's not always bad ones, but Body, that came out yesterday. Your body deserves love. Yeah, I really do feel this is something that's been healing from the past. Clearing. Like, look, clearing energy. Clear the clutter. When in doubt, throw it out. That's a bit harsh if it's talking about a relationship. But yeah, romance. Been clearing their, that's somebody that's been clearing their energy of the past. Like, basically think about how I channeled it. I was basically channeling it like someone has been in empty connections, whether it is actual relationships that have mostly got like a kind of lust based, or um or like different, like living a single life. It would make sense that you'd want to clear your actual body, because you'd start to feel like, oh, like something doesn't, if if you spiritually wake up, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I've been this type of person, you know what I mean? It's like, but everybody goes through it, unless you've been a total celibate angel your whole fucking life. But I mean, most divine feminines, if you're a true twin flame, like, we do choose to go that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you just don't, like I said, it makes me feel sick the thought of even kissing somebody else, let alone doing anything else. Um, and you can't help the way you feel. You know what I mean? That is just part of it. Romance. But it doesn't mean I can't flirt with like the hot men in the spirit world. Do you know what I mean? And actually, to be honest, I could flirt with the hot men in the actual world if I want, but I don't see them anywhere. So, but yeah, romance. This person's clearing their energy field for romance. And dancing. Oh my god, that's funny that I just said that. I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing. That's hilarious. Build your light body, accelerate your ascension. Hello, that's the energy we're in right now. Aquarius full moon. Oh my god, there's the card about soulmates. Archangel Shamiel, I'm helping you, your spirit. Yes, exactly. The angels are helping this person towards their spiritual soulmate relationship, which is why they made me keep that in the shot. This person's been guided back to that kind of love that they turned their back on, but it's not because they didn't love you, and it's not because they didn't want it. They didn't have the capability of accessing that kind of deep feeling yet. But whoever this is being turned on like a light switch, big time, baby. It's like, it was off, now it's fucking on. Choosing your path, and all is possible because of that, to change course. Oh my god, this is getting exciting. A closed door is an invitation from life to move in an even better direction. It's time to change course. Oh my god. This is just so much the energy right now. I can't even, like, literally of today, because of what I said about the moon conjunct the North Node. The North Node is your collective destiny. And also because there's three keys, like this could be like, look, somebody had a relationship, maybe even lived with somebody at some point, didn't work out, then had another relationship with someone, didn't work out, and then it's like the last key with the heart is the true love. I've never got that with that card before, but that did just kind of stick out a little bit. Like, so this is somebody that just wasn't connected to their deeper feelings and kept running away from love, but now they get it. I literally feel like I have just made up my own film in this live stream. Stealing bits from other films, but it's not stealing because I've quoted them. I've given credit. Quite funny. I've been wanting to dance. Yes. Oh, I hear you. I love dancing, but I never go. I only go out dancing once a year in the Edinburgh Festival, and I'm looking forward to that. And as I was saying, it was quite funny. My cousin was maybe going to come up, but she was like, "I just couldn't. She's been working really hard," and it was like I couldn't track her down. And but I know that she's not coming out, and I'm really glad that she's not coming because it doesn't start till next weekend. But I didn't want to going out in a Pisces moon's a bad idea. It would end up not only with a hangover but a lot of regret because Pisces is escapism and alcohol and drugs as well. You know what I mean? It's just alcohol is a drug. Like I said, it's like you could take it too far in Leo season and just get way too excitable and or other people do, you know, like it's a bit too rowdy, that kind of. So just take care if you're out and about this weekend, people drinking. Um but no, I hope my cousin does come like at some other point in August because I've not. Me and my cousin actually worked. Like, can you believe this? People that know me, right? Look how kind of, I don't know. I think people that watch me on here, I think you've got, well, some people get a well rounded idea of who I am. And I still think no matter how much I say to people, by the way, I'm actually not this animated in day to day life. Probably still don't believe me. But it's like, I can't believe that I worked in a bar. Like, I just think that's absolutely crazy. Like, because I would not be able to, I would get so fucking overwhelmed if I tried to do that now. But yeah, I'm just trying to remember what I can work it out by my best pal, the age of her son. So he's just turned, is he 16 or 17? I think